All right. It is Friday. Oops. Oh my God. Cool. I'm having a problem going to. And it doesn't let me fix it because I already started streaming. Oh. All right. I think yeah, okay. Whatever. I'm just going to continue. Um, so it's Friday. We survived the week, and I thought about some things. I decided I'm not going to literally live stream everything because it's kind of hard to practically do that. Um, sorry, my glasses are kind of messed up. Okay. So I'm gonna be doing like some stuff off screen sometimes, but I'm gonna live stream like the majority of it. But sometimes like tedious stuff, like I realize that I'm not gonna literally live stream everything. I also still get a little bit stressed about the streaming. I'm trying to like adapt to doing this. Um, so I'm gonna go a little bit easier on the requirements I set for myself to like literally live stream everything. Anyway, the first thing we're going to do is a little bit of planning. I'm using an app called Obsidian. I have a bunch of tabs open. I haven't actually used this app much, but I really like that it has a canvas and it uses Markdown. So I thought this was a good app for planning a game. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna do is okay. I don't even know how to use Obsidian. Apparently, I thought I could write it. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna like plan out the first goal of what I'm trying to do, like with the first version of the game. So let's just say, yeah, whatever. Primary goal, sure. Okay, so, and I'm gonna describe like just what I'm trying to make because it's easy to lose focus. Let me just make sure my sound is okay. Looks like the sound is working. All right, so I'm gonna describe like what I'm trying to create in the game. So it's going to be one level. Gonna have 3 switchable characters. One attacks by jumping. One attacks with melee attacks. One attacks with let's say one shoots bullets. And then we're gonna have one enemy that respawns so that we can kill them. Let's describe the level a little bit. No scrolling, stationary camera. Okay. What else was I? I wonder what the characters should basic animations, let's say idle, walk, jump, attack. Okay. can be killed. All right, so can take damage, health system. I'm using Bevy because I just don't like Unity. I don't really like C# so much. I'm actually going to be talking about Unity in this video, so I'll talk about it at that point. Let's see, is there anything? Because I've been thinking about this throughout the day. I don't think, well, I'm going to have another section called tools. So, okay. So basically like a big problem I have using Bevy sorry, is Bevy doesn't have an editor yet because it's very new. So that's kind of our main problem. We want to be able to, like an editor is most important for visual elements. If you're just working by yourself, as I am right now, an editor isn't that big of a deal, except for the visual stuff, like building levels and like setting up the animations. So, well, let me make another section. We'll call it challenges. Bevy doesn't have an editor. Most important for, or let's say need for animations and building levels. Those are the two most important things you need an editor for. Convenient for data, but not required when working solo. If you're working with a team, you kind of need an editor for the data also. Okay, so let's just call this project overview. Oops. Oh my god, there's a dog. I don't know if you can hear that. Let's call this it's not the MVP, it's like first MVP. I don't even know if that really makes sense. MVP stands for minimum viable product. That's not the MVP for the game, but that's gonna be the first thing that we're trying to create. So we're gonna, now I'm gonna talk about the tools that I'm gonna be using. So the game engine is Bevy. Editor. Okay, so I have a few options here. Yeah, I don't know why there's less people this time. I don't think I did anything different. Anyway, so what we can do is use another game engine and only use their editor and export the data to Bevy. So for example, you can use Unity, Godot. I wrote my own editor at one point called Exploding Editor, which was kind of a mistake. I think there's a video on my channel about it. I spent way too much time on it, and I built it in Unity. It's kind of complicated, and it's a bit too much work to maintain. So built in Unity, go to main. I no longer understand the code. Difficult to maintain. So I'm probably going to use Unity because I already set this up 2 years ago. Like, let's say 3 years ago, or something like that. So for that, like, I already did it, so I already like prove that it works, and I would need to go through the project and get that working again. Don't like that it's C#, but not a huge deal. So Godot has a few advantages. I think it's more lightweight. I can use Rust, but there are problems. I did a little bit of research. If you use Rust, but need to relaunch the editor every time I change something, which seems really annoying, but that's a current limitation. Okay. So yeah, so I've been kind of thinking about this, and I think since I already set it up and I already know how to use it, I'm going to use Unity. And that's probably going to be the majority of this video, is like getting Unity working again, because I already have a project. So hello. So I just need to like set that up again. Yeah, it's been like 2 or 3 years since I used it. Okay, well, let's move on. So the next part, we can have a level editor that's separate from the main editor that we use. We can use the same one, but we don't have to. So we will say Unity, Unity tile mapper. I helped design Unity's tile mapper. Fun fact, but I was not credited except for by a single tweet. And that kind of made me really frustrated with Unity because I did a lot of work helping them design that. It probably doesn't make sense to write Godot here because that would only make sense if I was using the Godot editor. The other option is tiled. And then the other one, what the fuck is it called? Is it LDTK? I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Capital L, capital D, lowercase tk. I think I'm going to try this one. LDTK is from one of the creators of Dead Cells, I think. Yeah, from the creator of Dead Cells. So I think it's like pretty popular. There's also already a Bevy plugin. That's not a huge deal for me because I can write my own importer if I need to. But I'm kind of interested in trying it. Support platforms and languages. No Rust. What does it mean, supported languages? Fully featured Unity importer. Don't care. Oh, these are just like, these are just importers. There's already a Bevy. Oh, it does say Rust here. It's just not shown in the picture. Yeah. This is the one I'm going to be using, Bevy ECS LDTK. Oh, Iggy, you're here. What are you, what are you doing here? What? You're watching me from the other room? Are you insane? Everything sound good? How's the stream? I don't. Okay. I'm sorry. It's cracking me up that she's watching me from the other room, and that means she's like stealing the bandwidth so that we're not. But luckily, we have really fast internet here, so if she's stealing some bandwidth to watch it, I think we still have enough to stream in 4K. But if the stream isn't, if the stream isn't like fully buffering or whatever, then you can blame her. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's any other important tools. For the editor, I'm most concerned about animations. I think I wrote like a custom thing for Unity animations in Unity. And anyway, what I do is I export. I use Json. That's my name also, but it's written like JSON. Stands for JavaScript Object Notation, and I use that to import into Bevy. Okay, so what I have here, this is an old Bevy project which I wrote like kind of around the time of my mental breakdown when I was in between jobs. When I wasn't really sure what I was going to be doing, and this was around the time when Bevy first came out. And I'm sure someone's going to point this out. I was working on Super Mario Brothers 3 crossover. I'm no longer making that because I would rather do something original, but it's going to be the same type of game anyway. But that's what this project was. And we're kind of going to be using this project as an inspiration for our new project. I think as far as I got, I had one character running around, and I actually had skins working. Let's see. Let's have another thing called questions. I don't like how it doesn't really separate it. Do I want to support skins? Okay, bye, Iggy. I mean, she's probably watching a different YouTube video anyway, so maybe it wouldn't affect the bandwidth. I don't know. Yeah, so I think each module is a plugin. I have it separated into two projects. CrossX was what I was calling the library that I was using to like support multiple games. I called that Overcross in the new project. They're just random names. I'm gonna take a look at. So I guess we're looking at the Bevy project first. I'm gonna take a look at kind of how I set up the project before. And yeah, we're kind of focusing on the problem, this, because I consider the editor the biggest issue. So I'm gonna focus on kind of solving that first. And since I had already solved it before, I'm gonna kind of be reusing my old solution and like converting it to current Bevy and current Unity. And like as for why I don't use Unity, I don't know. I just had so many problems with Unity. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of C# anymore. I wasn't really able to find a code architecture that I was really happy with. I mean, I haven't used Unity for a long time, so maybe they fixed some problems, but I always found the editor kind of like buggy and a resource hog, which kind of annoys me that I have to use the editor for now, but I'd rather just use the editor than, be running the game in Unity. And there's plenty of reasons. I'm just not really thinking of them off the top of my head right now, but it just wasn't a good fit for me. It's just my personal preference. I just don't really like Unity very much. And once I discovered ECS architecture, I really enjoy that architecture. I actually discovered ECS through Unity because they were adding ECS. It was called DOTS. I don't remember what that stands for. Let's see if Unity is still working. This is just my own curiosity. Is Unity still working on that? Data-oriented technology stack. Have you guys made any progress on this? It was supposed to come out like 5 years ago. And it's still not like the main. I don't know, maybe some people watching this will know what's up with Unity dots, but at least from the outside, it doesn't look like it's been much of a success. But I don't know. No reason to focus on that. Okay, so I'm going to take just a little bit of time looking at this project. I guess first I'm just going to look at the whole thing, and then I'm going to focus on how the data is imported from the Unity editor. Okay. So this is like the point of entry for the project. Setting up the logs, setting up the window. Configuration. What is that? Config. Oh, I guess I created it. Can you guys hear that dog? I don't know if it's annoying me. I don't know if you can hear it. It's usually at night. There's just a dog that barks for like 45 minutes straight, almost every night. Okay, so apparently I set up a config, and that's where I was setting some of the global values. Oh, and I also had a debug config. Contender is what I call like playable characters. It's just a word I use that I find works well. Oh, yeah, so I had skinning. Okay. Oh, we're importing the debug config. Let's take a look at our Unity project, which is completely broken. So I haven't used Unity in forever. And I found this old project and it's completely broken and nothing's working, but I wonder what this debug config is. Can we find it? If I open the code, I type, look at this fancy game object references. Sometimes I name stuff and then I look at my names and they crack me up. Fancy animation reference. It's so fancy. Oh no, I don't know the keyboard shortcuts on this. Because I haven't, this is C#, so I haven't. The annoying thing about JetBrains IDE, this thing's called an IDE for people that don't know. JetBrains is the company that makes the IDEs that I like, but they have a different IDE for like each language, and then you have to like set up your preferences in each one. It's super annoying. Wait, what is that? J's key map? How does it still have that? What is this? No. Okay, it's still not the keyword shortcuts that I like. What was I trying to find? Debug config. Ah, here it is. What? It's not. What? It's not letting me press down. It's really weird. Wow, that's really hard to read. So this is the debug config that we are exporting from Unity. I haven't looked at C# for a long time. I don't know why these are like orange. Where is that? Oh my god, everything is broken in this project. So we're gonna be doing two things today. We're like exploring the old Bevy project, and we are exploring this Unity project, which apparently has levels from Super Mario Crossover, but all the data is completely broken. What's the point of having these if there's no data? Well, something went wrong with the import because all the data is gone. Which is kind of useless to me. Value cannot be null. Which one? This one? Well, it's not supposed to be null, but apparently it didn't import the data correctly. So I don't know if it's because I imported this in a newer version of Unity. What I could do is download the old version and open it in there. Well, that has some data. I mean, I don't need these levels. Like, apparently I imported all of the data from Super Mario Crossover. But these lost their data. So the asset bundle is the thing I made that is a bundle of assets that I used to send it to. I probably have something in the Bevy project. Yep. All right. Oops. So we're using, yeah, I think it's Json to import these. I wonder if I have the actual files assets. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, so this is the data. These are the sprites. Apparently I was exporting all of the tiles from. I need to make sure this is the right project. Do I have? Yeah, there we go. So Super Mario 3 is what I was. Okay. So it looks like this SMB3 folder is the one that I was using. We have a Goomba here. Sprite. Okay. So this animation. Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay, so these are these are custom animations that I wrote that are just They're not like the built-in Unity animations. So I'm gonna have to, oops, that's the wrong one. It's like it was called, oh my god, my keyboard shortcuts. I'm not gonna fix that on the stream. I'm gonna fix those off stream. What was it called? Keyframed animation asset. I can't even press enter. No, I mean, these keyboard shortcuts are completely broken. I don't know what is the normal one. This one? Let's try that. No, it doesn't. It's broken. What is the default key map? How do I go to the default? Restore defaults. There used to be one called Rider, but it's not. Oh my god, I'm so confused. It's telling me that these conflict. Man, this is like super boring and I have no idea. We're just gonna click VS Code because that is a modern IDE. Oh look, and it works the way I expect it to. What was it called? Key. Okay, it's actually working. I can actually move the thing. So that's good. All right. So I really don't like my old way of the way I set up these files, but I'm also really annoyed by this like bright orangish brown colored. How do I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna, God, I hate this color so much. It's gonna be too boring if I fix it on the stream. I just don't know why it's like orange. It's very distracting. Okay. Let's just pretend that we don't have giant blocks of orange text and try to read the pink text. Oh, those are fields. I guess it made the, I don't know. Okay, anyway, we have keyframed asset. All right. Then that, oh, blendables. Oh, I remember that. Blendables was for like, for example, if you were like Samus and you're walking and shooting, if you're walking and aiming up and then you don't aim up, or if you're Bill Reiser from Contra and you're walking and you're aiming up, it will like seamlessly blend between the walking animations of the different aiming directions. Color palette was, it's for like flashing, and I had a pretty complicated system for that. Oh, alpha. Yeah, so these are all the different things that you can animate. Event. It says it's an object. I'm wondering. Oh, I guess. Oh, never mind. That's just for converting to JSON. Event keyframe. Oh, it's a string. Okay. Whoa, what the? I accidentally zoomed in. All right. So the animations are kind of making sense. So we have, this is mainly me just trying to understand what I did before. So I think, oh, so I can export this directly, but if I click that, oh, that doesn't give me an error. Well, it just says that the path doesn't exist. I'm not ready to enter the new path anyway. Okay, gonna go back to Bevy. Okay, animations. Oh yeah, I had, I had this thing called Power JSON Editor, which makes it a little bit. Where'd it go? Where is it? Oh, it's on my other monitor. Oh wait. I'm gonna try to take a look at one of these assets in this more advanced JSON editor. Where is it? No. Okay, I'm just selecting the path. It's in here. Oh, nothing's in there. Wait. Man, I didn't realize I was exporting a lot of stuff. So let's take a look at, well, Mega Man is going to be complicated. We'll do Samus. Take a look. Okay, so this, it lets us visualize the JSON data in like collapsible, a hierarchy. I think there's a button to collapse. Command Shift E. So if I press what? Collapse children. Command Shift C. Okay, so let's. So these are all the animations, for example. Let's look at the first animation. Tells us the frame rate, the number of frames, if it's looped. Oh, this is enemy explosion. Man, these are my names from Super Mario Crossover. So these are like really weird names because I didn't know how to name stuff. So it says Samus Simple Graphics _ enemy explosion start. Oh, it's because the frames can have labels. Where is that entered? Let's find this same animation. Or if I type enemy explosion. That's a prefab. What? Oh. Yeah, I had that concept of sub-contenders. That was going to be like different versions of Samus, like NES or Super Metroid. the subtitles? Is it showing subtitles? Okay. So this is that animation we were looking at in the Json format. So here we see the same thing in the editor. Oh, those are sprite names. I thought this was like frame label, but these are the name. It's the name of the sprite. I probably just did that. Oh, I guess it looks them up by name. So apparently I might need to make sure each sprite has a unique name because that's how I'm looking them up. Man, I did a lot of stuff on this. Animation parameters. I wonder if I set that up in Bevy or if I don't know if I got that far. Let me take another look at the JSON editor. Let's see. Okay, so that's animations. What else we got? She doesn't have any blueprints. I was trying to see if somebody has a blueprint so I could look at that, but I don't. I think blueprint is basically what I was calling a prefab. Oh. It says she does have them. I guess I just didn't. Man, everything's broken. It's all broken. Not ready to start fixing it yet. I'm just working on understanding things. Contender. So that was character. Oh, skins. Well, I guess I was importing all of them. So each skin just has a name, the character, and the texture. I'm identifying. Looks like I don't know where I'm generating these numbers from. Kind of curious. Do I have something called texture ID? Content import content strict ID. What the hell is that? No, this is not a playable game. This is well this was running like 2 or 3 years ago. It wasn't a game though. It was just like one room. But Bevy's been updated so many times, and then Unity's been updated. So like, I need to update them so that they're working. And I mean, I'm gonna be rewriting. I mean, a lot of this I can probably reuse. I don't know. Gonna have to see. But it's not a complete game. It was like one area with some. I think it was one enemy and one character. What is strict ID? It's a type with a static lifetime. Oh. Oh, it was just a way for me to have a number that's like strongly typed number, basically. Oh, so you're just listening to me. Interesting. I'm trying to sort of narrate what I'm doing. Okay, what else we got? So I'm going to look at this import module is kind of the most important right now because that gets data from the editor into Bevy. Looks like I had to create some unique types. This is all commented out. Strange. Okay, this is the main. Oh, this is actually the logic for importing. I wonder if Bevy still has this. I'm probably gonna, probably have to rewrite this part. Oh yeah, I really was importing all the skins. At least I kind of wrote comments. I learned to write comments because I know how helpful they are when you're looking at old code. All right, I mean, this is pretty easy to understand. I have a separate function for animation. Oh, why? That's weird. Kind of a weird design choice, but whatever. Okay, that's the import code. I'm just gonna look a little bit at the rest of the code. Let's look at this palette swap. Oh, so yeah, I had to write custom shaders for this. Bevy changed its rendering system, so I probably have to rewrite these shaders. But they're not very complicated. I don't know if they've changed their sprites since then. What this pod? I don't know. There's no point in looking at that because it's probably different now. Sprite reference. Oh. Oh yeah, I wrote my own version of the texture atlas that also stores the palettes. That allows like swapping colors during the game with like no performance cost. Yeah, this is probably all going to be different. So I'm not too concerned about the details. Okay. All right. Okay, so I have, oh yeah, I had an actions system. This we are going to have to adopt to work with the Leafwing Input Manager. But this let me sign, I was able to assign actions in the editor so that they can be, so that they're not hard coded. In Super Mario Crossover, a lot of stuff was hard coded, which made it really difficult to change things. Performer. Oh yeah, so these are plugins. Yeah, each module is a plugin. These are components. Array map. An array of key value pairs. Oh, this is something that I wrote. Gonna have to look into that. Hello. Transform. I have a plugin for that. I think they've changed their transform stuff, so I'm not sure if that's going to be the same time. Tiles. Exploding data is I wrote an editor called the exploding editor, so then everything was exploding. So exploding data was data that was compatible with the exploding editor. But if I use LDTK, I'll have to adopt it for that. Is it Super Mario crossover reskin? No, not really. It's the same type of gameplay, but original levels and mechanics and stuff. Oh, these are just things to help me test. Holds all sprites. So I had my own system for looking up sprites. I have an import module in some of the plugins. It's well, at least if I solved it before, then it shouldn't be that hard to re-implement. I feel like skinning. No, I'm not working on Mario crossover anymore. But the spirit of it will live on in this. Okay. All right. I don't think I'm going to be doing this skinning stuff for now. Rendering. Oh. Okay. Hey, what is this? Interesting. All right. Prototype. Oh, that was for the prototype level. Yeah, I'll probably use that. This IDE is C-Line. Hyper Manni Pals is like Super Mario. It's like the Super Mario game in the Glitch Strikers universe. Test. Wait, I did have something called a prefab. Oh, I see. Oh, prefab internally. I don't think I'm going to be doing it like that now. I see. Player data. Oh, stores data for each player. But what is it storing? Or maybe it can store anything. Oh, I guess that's the idea. This stores data for a resource that contains all of the player data. Jeez, why do we have so many viewers? I'm just like looking at old code and trying to understand it. Okay. For those of you joining, I'm basically like, I have some old code from about 2 years ago that I'm where I had a small prototype working, and I'm going through that old code. Right now, I'm just going through it to like mentally understand it, so that I can re-implement it, because this is an old version of Bevy, which is the game engine that I'm using. I'm gonna have to update it to the current version of Bevy. All right, I wonder how many tests I have. I have a convention where I name all tests test and then the name, so that I can easily like search all of them. Oh wow, attack. Oh wow, I have some. Wow, I actually wrote an attack system. Didn't realize that. Yeah, this folder. Wow. Okay, so there's a gameplay folder that has a lot more stuff than I was expecting. Thank you, Taylor. All right, where was I? I think oh yeah, I was in the prefab. I went to players. Now it's platforming. Let's see what's in here. Boundaries. Oh, this is handling being grounded. Not like in trouble, but like if you're on the ground. All right, so this handles that. Jump. All right. It's all the jumping code. Nice. I'll be able to reuse that. Boundaries. Touching boundaries. Oh. I guess that's a simple way to know. I mean, I guess you could also have. It doesn't have floor because touching the floor is considered grounded, but it has all of the other sides. Temp auto boundaries system. Not really sure what these numbers are referring to. Why is a left wall 1.0 and a right wall is 25.666? Maybe, I don't know. I was thinking maybe a tile is 32 pixels and it's like near the right side of the tile, but oh, it's just hard. No, I know what it is. It's hard coded because I wrote the prototype on one screen. Each tile is 1 in length, so like the left wall was 1 tile in, so like you couldn't go past the left side, and then I guess it fit 25.66 tiles on the screen, so you weren't able to walk past that point on the prototype. It says temp because it's just for the prototype. Did you lose subs? I'm losing a lot of subs lately, yeah. Man, you guys can hear the dog? Man, that sucks. But nothing I can do about it. Okay, so this is the physics. What force system did I decide on? I wonder where these are stored. Velocity. See, I love the way that Bevy is organized because like it makes it so easy to understand because like each of these modules is considered a plugin and then like you have to manually register each plugin so like you can see everything that's happening. So like it makes it easy to understand like a lot of code because it's broken up into plugins and plugins can have their own plugins and each plugin is kind of a self-contained thing that's easy to understand. I'm not, oh, where is the impulse? I'm wondering where the impulse is stored. That's a test. No. Oh. Oh, okay. Stored in the movement. Is that the only place? Okay. Yeah, so there's a movement impulse. All right. Not really sure if impulse is the like scientifically correct word there. What's the most subs you had? I don't know. It was, yeah, I haven't been monitoring it, but it was like 10,900 or something. I don't know. Since I started posting videos, I've actually been losing subs because I think people forgot about me. And then when I started being active, I don't know, a lot of people have been unsubscribing. But I'm not really focusing on that. Oh man, still got. I'm gonna take a break and go back into the editor again. And let's try to understand the editor. So like I think a lot of this is super old stuff. Like a lot of this is from Super Mario Crossover. Like when I was trying to port that to Unity. Yeah, this has all of the animations from that game. Oh yeah, it's imported exploding data. Yeah, these are all the sprites. Oh wow, I have all the hitboxes. At some point I imported it from Flash. These are empty. Data. Oh, I have all the data too. Some of it's missing though. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, this is all the music. So I'm gonna have to look at how this is set up and put the glitch strikers stuff in its place. Oh, there's the sprite sheet. I'm gonna have to figure out how to generate the palettes. Mm. Oh, I see. All right. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. Let me look at some characters. I don't know if I did. Let's see if these look like they're done. Yeah, well, guess I could just replace the sprites. I already have all these animations. Cool. I wonder how the sprites are set up. Let's see. Texture. Okay, it's the old sprite sheet from Super Mario Crossover. I guess these are just imported directly. Yeah, it was all imported directly from the game. I would probably want to redo that. Palette. Oh, wow. Each palette is its own asset. Oh, yeah. I remember. If I, does it let me open this? Yeah, the palettes are here, so it imports these palettes directly from the sprite sheet, and it allows swapping the colors. So I already set it up for that, so I would just have to replace those. These aren't exported, are they? I'm wondering, I have these things called blueprints, but like none of the characters are exporting them, so I'm trying to find an example of where I was using that. Mario? No. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh my god. I literally set up all the data in here. Each of these components gets converted to a component in Bevy. Man, there's so many. Ugh. I wonder if I should still do it like that. I guess it's really working like a real editor if I do it that way. It's just a little bit annoying to create the types. And I'm wondering how hard it is to update this so that it works with like the current version of Unity. Man, I guess I really had this working. I wonder if the other characters have oh, it says, see, these ones are broken. Open prefab to fix issue. Man, I remember messing around with the, oh, there's one. So this script can't be loaded. I don't really feel like messing with that right now. And there are a lot of components. With ECS designed, it's normal to have, I guess on a complicated character, like 100. I mean, that looks like maybe 50. Okay. Oh, I think I might remove this feature of parent and sub contenders. I don't think I'm going to need that. If I explain how these spreadsheets work, I mean, you guys are going to be confused. Like this is, I don't know how to make that bigger. The spreadsheets are actually like when they're in the game, they're in black and white, and then the colors are applied from the palettes directly, and the palettes are just like really small rows of colors. That's how it's able to swap colors, because it's actually using, it's not technically black and white, but it's essentially black and white, and then the colors are added separately. Oh yeah, I had commands. I think I created a command for each action, and that was abstracted from the input. So like have a jump command. This command is then assigned to a button. Apply aerial damping means you let go of the jump button in the air. Wait, what? Oh, that's okay. The Swift file? Oh. Yeah, maybe this weekend I haven't even looked at the website in forever. I need to. Yeah, I'll figure out something. Maybe I'll make it downloadable. Okay. Oh, attacks. Man, once I go through all the components on the characters, that's going to be a lot. I'm going to have to convert these things are called blueprints. I'm going to try to convert them to scenes because now Bevy has scenes. And when I was doing it before, the scenes weren't. A scene is basically a prefab. They have them like fully supported now. So one of the difficult things to do is going to be converting these blueprints into scenes so then I can spawn them within Bevy. It's probably going to be the hardest part. I don't know what these numbers are. I wonder if I literally just typed random numbers. I might have used a random number generator. Because it's just supposed to be a distinct number. So I'm guessing it's just random numbers. Is this? Oh. I mean, the Unity code is mainly just, I don't even remember what they're called. Are they called, I think they're called components. Yeah, components and scriptable objects. And I have like so much extra stuff in this project that I don't need. And it's probably going to be a pain in the ass getting it to work again. I could, if I have a lot of trouble, I'm going to open it in an older version of Unity, and then it should work right away. I mean, I could just use an old version if I want. Guess I'll be experimenting with that. I'm hoping, because I wasn't able to use like the built-in JSON exporter. I had to use, what is that thing called? Package manager. I had to use JSON.net. I wonder if that's still needed. Because I remember the built-in one didn't work and I had to use that. Not sure. These are all problems I will have to solve. But I'm not going to do it at 10 o'clock on a Friday night. I think somebody hacked the game and made it offline, so maybe I could find that and put that on the website or something. Oh man, I put a lot of effort into porting Super Mario Crossover. But at least now that work I put into that is gonna be used in this. It's not lost. And then I'm gonna have to figure out what all of these are. Export. Like this one's called project settings, and then this one's called project settings asset. Like, what is the difference between those? Oh, what is that? That's a mono behavior. I remember Unity's weird naming. Mono behavior and scriptable object. Those are like the weirdest names. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about my understanding of the Unity project, at least, well, at least in the editor. I'm sure the code is like really confusing. No, I would need to. I don't know. I think I'm too tired to go through the Unity code right now. Let's see if we can finish going through the Bevy code, and then that's probably it for tonight. Okay, so we're back into the Bevy project looking at the Rust code. Did we do movement? Wait. We did platforming. We did physics. Yeah, okay. So movement is the next. Oh my god. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. So constant speed is a type of movement for a character like Samus or Simon. They just move at a constant speed. They don't have acceleration. Oh yeah, I had this toggler thing. Can't remember. This is a type that can be disabled on a per system basis. Oh. So the toggler. Where is it stored? Toggler. Move toggler. Oh, this was in core. I didn't look at the core file. Okay, we have a movement state, platforming, swimming, climbing vertically. Okay, makes sense. Move toggler. That's if. Oh, okay. So that allows me to disable movement per system, I think. I'm glad to be back. The move impulse is the force that like the movement is generating, like that when you press a direction, that's stored there. What's this ID? How does this toggler know what system? There must be an ID associated with each system. I'm kind of curious now where that ID is coming from. System ID. It's a byte. A unique ID for a system that is generated at runtime. It's a local resource. Oh. System ID generator. All right, so I don't really care about the internals, but each system gets its own ID, and then that ID is used to reference the system so that things like movement or like jumping or something can be disabled for a specific system. Kind of weird that all this is commented out. It says if error, it's full, but it doesn't return an error, so doesn't make sense. Good job, past J. I have the old versions of Super Mario Crossover. I just don't have them on the website. During the weekend, like when I don't have to work, I can maybe, check in on the website and see what's up. I'm getting a bit tired. I'll see if I can go a bit longer. Oh, command is stored in movement. Oh, move command. All right. So, okay, so I'm understanding this and this. Perfect. Disable move during actions while grounded. I need to remember what actions are. That's going to be in the actions module, but I'm going to wait until I get there. Oh, I know what that does. That means if you're like Simon, for example, and you're using your whip, if you have this component, you won't be able to move. Or Link, like when Link is stabbing his sword, he can't walk. So this component does that. Okay, that converts the input from the controller into the movement. I'm sort of wondering why I have both a move command and a move impulse. Because those are both. Well, I guess the impulse is not exactly a vector 2. It's a little more complicated. Oh, the move command is like where he wants to go. And the impulse is like where he's going. Okay. Because you can want to move, but not actually be able to move. Makes sense. Math. I don't like math. There's not much here anyway. What the fuck is Mara? Is that some weird name I made up? Sometimes I make up weird names. I think it's, it must just be a name that I made up. Why didn't I call it exploding tile map? I call everything exploding. Don't know. Anyway, this just looks like, I don't know if this represents the tile map in the game or if this was for importing the tile map. But now there's a plugin for Bevy that's going to make doing the tile map a lot easier. So I'm going to ignore that for now. Maps. This is like specific to Super Mario crossover or Super Mario. Not really. Wow, okay. This is imported from Super Mario crossover. Not going to be using that. Yeah, this is all for importing maps, macros. Impl. Okay, I don't care. Don't care. Input. I'm getting tired, so I'm going to try to... Oh my god, I still have a lot more. I might not finish tonight then. I'm going to check the comments. It is true that I name everything Exploding. My name on Discord is Exploding J. My editor was called Exploding Editor. The files for the editor were called Exploding Files. The data was Exploding Data. I'm sure I could think of, I don't know, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. What is that? Wait, there's an, what? Oh, you stupid IDE. This is a bug in the IDE. Like, there's this input file, but for some reason the folder is like way up there. It's supposed to put the file right next to the folder. Man, when are they gonna fix that? It's been a bug for like 6 months. It's gonna make it kind of annoying because wait, the other, look at this alphabetical order. This makes no sense. Okay, we have like most of it's in alphabetical order, but then core is after general. We have input and then general and then core and then lib and then input and then what? Somebody doesn't know alphabetical order. They forgot, like, I guess they get a little bit confused when they get to I and L and C. We'll just randomly put C in between I and G and throw L in there too. Sounds good. Okay, whatever. I'm a little confused on where I was now because, okay, so we're looking at input. So the input folder all the way up here. Oh my god. Actions, I remember these being, okay, it says right here, a button combination that can be used to execute commands. Input ID is a button or an access. Input state requirement. Oh, I think I have like, let's see if I can find jump. Oh my god, there's too many things named jump. I was trying to find the actions. Simon actions. Simon commands. Okay, let's see. Okay, what? It says actions have an animation. I don't see an animation here, so I don't really know what's going on. commands just store an index. That makes sense. Let me check that in the code. All right, for now, I do not know why an action has an animation associated with it. Okay, let's see if we can get through the input. Input settings. These are the buttons, okay? App, input state. Oh, it's if the keyboard is active. Okay. And I wrote all this manually, but there's like plugins to help with this now. So it's gonna have to take a look at those plugins and then see if I can use those instead of my custom stuff, because there's a plugin, you usually want to use it because then you don't have to maintain it. You only really want to use your own thing if like you need something really custom. Okay, these are debug buttons. All right, that's capturing the input. All right, I'm not going to be looking at that. This is storing the state, the input state for the player. Not going to dig into this now. Okay, delta none, press release. Kind of weird that I put none when like Rust has a built-in option type. I guess I found that simpler. All right, so you can disable input for like cutscenes or whatever. There's a lot more code here than I thought there was going to be, which I guess is good. Not going to look at that. Health. These are the health values from Super Mario Crossover. Don't know why those are here. General. There's no general folder. Well, where is all this stuff then? Oh, the general folder is way down here, even though cool. They really need to learn alphabetical order. Okay, so appearance is like in Mario 3, like how Mario can get like the hammer suit or the frog suit. That's what appearance ID is for. Appearance modifier. Oh, I see. So an appearance might change only the color, or it might change all of the animations. Okay. Oh, okay. So firepower is considered an appearance. Yeah, it's a palette swap. Okay, cool. That's a cool idea. Good job, Past J. I like when it just says unimplemented. That means the app will crash when it gets there. core. Is there a core folder? Of course, the core folder is way up here. Okay. Okay. Used to import. Oh, okay. I remember that. I'm not going to be using that. So that's what that is. Signals. This will be despawn. Okay. Makes sense. Despawn after delay. That's used for like the long beam. Oh, these are my types for the ECS. I'm sure these are going to be different because Bevy has an entirely new scheduling system now. All right, I'm not going to worry about that. Time. Okay, timers. Got it. Oh, this is that toggler thing. I already know what that is. Types. These are just some core types, it looks like. Oh. Okay. Yep. Sentient. The hell do I mean sentient? How is an actor sentient? I think I might have meant that it represents a sentient being like a human. I don't know. All right, let's see if we can navigate the weird alphabetical order. I think gameplay is next. Oh my god, this folder is so big. All right, rapid fire, because I'm getting tired. Attack. All the attack stuff is in one folder. So I'll just go through the detail. Oh yeah. Palette swap. Yep. These are the different effects that attacks can have. Got it. All right, so the whole attack system is in here. So I already did that, so I should be able to just copy that. Because that shouldn't have to change. Nice. Thank you, past J. Behaviors, what is this? Movement. Move in the apps. Oh, it's like what we used to call AI. Now AI is just like evil and it's going to take over the world. But these are like simple behaviors that enemies and stuff can have. Crouch. Why is crouching has its own plugin? Wow. Apparently crouching is really complicated. Okay, well, at least I can just reuse that. Die. Mortal can die. Nice. All right. That's the direction you're facing. Good look. Yep. That's used for aiming with Bill Riser. Cool. So I can, man, I'm going to be able to reuse a lot of this. thought I was gonna have to like start from scratch. Shooting. Offset the translation. Okay. Got it. State. Stores general state. What do you mean state? What kind of state? Oh. It's just a bunch of flags that can be used for whatever purpose is desired. I'm not going to need that. Don't care about that. I already went through this folder. Contender. Oh, these are actually the specific characters from Super Mario Crossover. Oh, I guess I just like hard coded the animations. I mean, not the animation data, but okay. So I programmed the animations manually. I guess so I didn't have to use like a state machine or something. It is the easiest way to do it with simple animations, so I could continue doing it that way temporarily, and then if things get complicated, I can change it. All right, these are character specific code. Okay, I'm getting really tired now. I'm gonna try to get through. Okay, yeah, so that's all characters. These have to be random numbers. I'm pretty sure I just used a random number generator. Okay. I already looked at that. That's for importing. Swap. Oh, this is for swapping characters. Cool. So I already wrote that. That's the configuration. That's some bullshit. Command. Oh yeah, bundles are a Bevy thing. They allow you to group components together. These commands and actions I remember being a little confusing. I guess they're not very complicated. Command with requirements. Command that is executed if a series of requirements are met. Meant? That should be met. This should be an array. I want to see an example of this. I'm trying to think, what's an example? It seems like it's like if you're holding like up in attack or something, like hold up and then press attack. Yeah, it's like holding a direction and then pressing a button. All right, I got it. Okay, that converts input to commands. I'm gonna have to rethink the input system once I look at the new plugins. Audio. Why is there so much audio? No. I didn't know I did audio. Oh, I'm not gonna need that. Oh, this is for working with game music MU. We're not going to be doing that. Yeah, okay. That's why the audio folder is so big. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. Assets. This looks like it's my own asset system. I don't know how it relates to Bevy's built-in system. Gonna have to take a look at that. Yeah, this one I need to take a closer look when I'm less tired. Areas. Yeah, that's just level stuff. Oh my god. I wrote the animation. I already wrote the animation system. Okay. So, all right, I can reuse that. Cool. I'm just gonna reuse the animation system. I don't have to write in again. This file is empty. Okay, these are the types used for animations. Actions. Oh, that might be why actions can have an animation attached to them, because maybe you can end the action automatically when the animation ends. Like with Simon doing his whip, for example, he stops whipping. Like he can start moving again after the whip animation is done. All right, I'm really like flatlining right now. So, okay, but we got through it. I feel like we got a good understanding of the old Bevy project, and I would say it's good news. It looks like we can reuse a lot of that. I think it's going to save a lot of time. I just have to kind of just update it for Bevy's new stageless scheduler. And I mean, it was working before, so like I know this proof of concept works. And then on the Unity side, I need to figure out like which scripts are broken and attempt to do an export of the data. I guess I should probably get the exporting working first, because once that is working, then I can try importing something simple into Bevy and then kind of work from there. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go with this approach, using Unity as an editor for now. If we go back to our document, so I really think since I did all that work to set it up, Unity kind of annoys me, but and also I need to fix up this IDE. Like this orange is like driving me crazy. Okay. I'm I might do some stuff offline. I don't know. Maybe I'll get Unity compiling just on my own, and then I'll do another update, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Hope that was an interesting inside look. You can see that I apparently, there were a few times where, where I was trying to like port Super Mario Crossover in various forms. I used Unity a lot, so like I was able to export all the data from Flash into Unity, but I never like finished it. I remember trying a lot of different things, and I know Unity sucked on the web. So I think that's one of the reasons why I stopped, and then I don't know, just life. But I think that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll check in with you when I got more. I don't know. I'm probably not. I'm probably gonna be taking weekends off just for like my own mental sanity, and then I might try to do the Gamedev streams 2 to 3 times during the week, something like that, to give you an idea of what to expect. So yeah, thanks for joining, everyone. Have a great weekend, and see you later.